Hello.
Oh, what about when it first started?
Oh, I thought we were done.
He's a good driver, isn't he?
He's very good.
Broc Feeney.
They've bestowed the famous 888 onto the young shoulders.
He's a young kid, he's definitely got his head on his shoulders.
Cheers.
Imagine the pressure that this young man is under.
Not exactly the downforce that you used to.
There's big raps on this kid.
There's too much to love at Bathurst. There's so much history to it. Every time you drive into this place, it gives you chills. For us drivers, there's no other track like this. It's such a cool place, so exciting, and the fans here are fantastic. We're doing 260 Ks on about an 8 metre wide track with concrete walls next to you. It's the coolest thing ever. When we go over the top of the mountain, you finally get out the bottom, it's a big deep breath and you finally made it. And that happens for 161 laps on Sunday. We are expecting some rain over the weekend, but it's going to be the same for everyone else. So you just go out and drive and hopefully the team puts the right tyres on. Of little slides, but it looks like everyone's having a few moments. Other than that, it seems good. It's first run of the weekend, so good start. Just keep building and yeah, hopefully have a good weekend. This is a big week for us. All the signing sessions, media, and we got 6 hours of practice before the race. Our whole days get taken up, so you really got to make sure that you're preserving yourself from early on in the week. Once we get out on track, we can do our thing without other distractions. It's a big week, but feeling good at the moment.
In Sydney, it's been the wettest year on record, and out here in the Central Tablelands, we've got absolutely smashed. Look at the water and mud.
He's only 19 years of age. Great experience, these sorts of laps.
Heading this lap, please. Heading this lap. You can jump out. We're going to just put Jamie and check the car. Alright.
Am I getting back in? At the very end. Practice 4 and I went out and struggled quite a lot for my first time in the wet here at Bathurst and didn't have a whole lot of confidence. They got Jamie to jump in the car and just make sure it was all good, and he went out and went fast.
Mate, you're about 8 tenths quicker than the lap 4. Yeah, copy.
Position number 2, and in fact the fastest that we've seen in the middle section of the racetrack. Nice job.
It's hard to tell, I was pushing, felt good.
My lap I got a clear run and I'm 1.2 off. P17, not the best, so just got to go and have a look through it and figure out why I'm slow. Vibration in the steering when I first got in, it's just that real little niggly stuff, but it was a lot more than I had it like out of the elbow till about I pulled 4th gear. Broc's first time driving here a supercar in the wet, so yeah, it was really tricky conditions. Put Jamie in just to do a baseline and he was super fast, so I think he's probably the best one to qualify, and we'll get Broc some more laps tomorrow and be ready for the race.
This is going to be one of the storylines of the day.
Absolutely. Superstar of our sport, Jamie Whincup, replacing
Broc Feeney. It's a hard way to run a ship for Broc Feeney. There's a monstrous amount of mileage underneath this fella, and he'll use all of this experience now. Oh, cannot afford another of those mistakes. And he's getting a lot of inside front blocking, so he's lost margin again. This is where it's going to count.
What's this do for young Broc Feeney?
The pace of the cars is an interesting one. 88 has rolled out lightning quick, but hard to drive. The front brakes in particular are biting a little bit more than we'd like. Let's have a look at the outlap then, because I got the first 2 sets up no problems. The third set I couldn't. How can't get these going. Yeah. It's very difficult to fix that without losing that inherent car speed.
We're working on it. We're not quite there yet, so we'll just keep working hard and trying to get the car better for the guys.
We obviously decided to put Jamie in qualifying. Was that the best decision? We'll never know. It is the decision we made, so we'll run with that. But the best thing is Broc didn't drop the bottom lip at all with that. He's a true professional and a team player.
I don't know what everyone's really going on about. I think everyone's more stressed out than I have been. I'm here to win this race, and Jamie was faster in the wet conditions, so Jamie qualified. It's pretty simple. I don't see what the massive uproar is, so I'm just starting to do my job. Nothing changed for me.
There was certainly no bad blood from Broc, myself or anyone. We agreed with the decision. It was a team decision. The bottom line is we want the best for the team and the best for the car, and at the time that was the best decision.
Tomorrow's a new day. I got full faith we'll be fine when it comes to Sunday. It's just experience for me, and now I've had a look at some footage and some data, and I know where the time is, so we'll go out and go faster tomorrow. It was a pretty long night. I had a pretty bad qualifying, so trying to find where the speed is. Looking to try and improve the car today, see where we can find some more speed.
Today's a really important day. Saturday being the penultimate day before the big race. So that means there's some big servicing to happen. It's so easy to think you've got more time, but you don't want a late night Saturday night before Sunday's big race.
Jamie Whincup gave away full-time driving at the end of last year's championship season. A bit hard to get our brains around him as a co-driver, and didn't make the top 10 shootout.
Doesn't get any more pressure at a team like Red Bull Ampol Racing.
You see the amount of four-wheel drift on that car as he's trying to squeeze the last millimetre of performance out of these cars.
I'm snapping a lot. How like this mom snap? What is that, you know?
It's not too bad, mostly cosmetic. There's a little bit of front rail damage, nothing that we can't fix and get it back out for the race.
Today's normally very hectic getting ready for the biggest race of the year, so to add that extra 2 or 3 hours of workload is not ideal, but we're in the motorsport industry and we're not here to make up numbers. Today I did find the limit of the braking zone up into turn 2 and did a bit of damage. We've got the best crew in the world here. They do what it takes.
We're flat chat trying to finish prep for the cars. There's a lot to do, but also you want to get the crew home to have a good night's sleep. That's as important as anything.
These guys got so much team involvement in them and so much drive to make sure both cars are competitive. So when you look at the car now, it looks brand new. Yeah, they did a fantastic job. When it comes to Sunday, the Bathurst 1000, anything can happen, and as everyone says, the Bathurst gods have got to be on your side. We are starting P14, but there's not a doubt in my mind that we can still podium or even win this race.
Broc and Jamie, car 88, their chances are as good as anyone. Jamie, who's obviously won this multiple times, he knows how to step up when it's the big race. Broc all year has shown that even when he's getting a bit biffed and barged around, he still keeps the cool head, and that's imperative at Bathurst. Obviously the drivers have to not put a foot wrong, but they need to rely heavily and trust the team, so Broc is perfect at doing that.
It's 1,000 Ks, 2 drivers and a lot of pit stops. So many things can happen in the race. If things fall our way, for sure we can be in the mix.
Right boys, it is just another day. It's a longer one. Everything we practice has been mint, so we just have to keep that going. Apart from that boys, it's the usual thing. Have your backs, long day, it's not over till it's over, and we have some fun, yeah?
Let's rejoice again as we listen to the music of Supercars ringing out around Mount Panorama, Bathurst. Do they all safely negotiate? I think they did. Oh!
trouble.
A massive spin! A massive spin on Mountain Straight. The track's blocked.
Whincup rotating, Jack Perkins rotating. Lap 1 off the start, up Mountain Straight. Chaos.
Any damage, mate?
I don't think that Whincup has actually hit anything. Did he?
I don't believe so. I believe I'm fine.
I think we're all good.
Car boards and flags, safety car boards and flags.
Safety car, mate, safety car. It's quite tough. You get 20 seconds into the race that you work so hard for and the car's facing the wrong way, but fortunately it's all good and we'll keep on trucking.
You go, righto, let's keep a bit of a calm head here. Just make sure you don't make a mistake. Look after the fuel economy, look after the car.
Everybody calm down, I don't know. One job, it's just, let's try and get to at least here.
So this is Goddard down the inside. He's locked a wheel.
Somebody else deal with what comes next track condition-wise. Oh, this is an arc. Oh, bad rejoin. And another huge incident on the exit of the chase.
Watch your head, caution ahead, ahead.
Oh, thank you. Safety net. Car boards and flags, safety car boards and flags.
You are getting out. You are getting out of the car. Disconnect helmet, air and cool suit now. And you are stacking, mate. You are stacking. Car off. Just on the exit, okay?
Unbelievable start. I thought it was all over 500 metres into the race. Just got 2 really good stints in then. Had Mozzie coming at me pretty hard. Broc's in. Hope he goes to the end.
Broc Feeney, who's being challenged with Chaz Mostert, who's made ground on him.
Real coming of age weekend for him, I think, this weekend. He had to be really mature about qualifying and not qualify the car, but he stepped up in the race. They've got themselves into a really strong position at third. He's got last year's winner, Chaz Mostert, all over his tail. So now it's really about getting the elbows up. We're 55 to go. It's time to race hard.
Mostert is the fastest car on the track.
Got me. Second fastest car on track that last time.
Fastest third sector by Broc Feeney. So Broc's picked his pace up.
Very, very well done, Broc Feeney. Excellent driving.
Unbelievable run down here, and he had, oh, what a cool move.
That's the pass of the day.
That was also a very nice job of handling it by Broc. Both cooperated well there.
I'd just be motivating him to, mate, he got car 6. He might be thinking that he's faster because of qualifying, you know, but yeah, we can do this.
This is starting to light up.
Cam Waters is playing himself in.
Mate, pace was really good there last stint. We were top 3 fastest cars pretty much every lap. Yeah, about the same pace as Waters.
He makes ground on Feeney here. Third gear, second gear through the S's. And then it's a blind approach to the dipper. Chuck it sideways, 2 wheels through the dipper, third gear in the gutter.
He's right there at the turn-in point for the chase. Can he fly down the inside? If he's ever going to do it, he's going to do it now. He's there, but they're going to be alongside each other to the wrong side of the road, and Feeney goes off.
That was pressure motorsport. Nothing in it.
Currently P5, mate. Last one, mate. Last one. Bring it home.
We've got 1 lap to go. The crowd is loving it. What a show. What a day. What a wild ride at Mount Panorama.
Holden fans rejoicing at the top of the mountain as 2 of their hard chargers lead the great race.
He's overcome a penalty. Competitor crashes, weather, rain and mud. It's farewell Holden. Hello Shane Van Gisbergen, the winner of the Repco Bathurst 1000.
What a superb performance by Shane Van Gisbergen and Garth Tander. Absolutely so enthusiastic. The celebrations for Van Gisbergen. What a day for Holden fans.
Yeah.
Great, very proud day today. Very proud. Held his own well against the best boys out there, so no, couldn't be prouder. Very proud day.
Ultimately, we finished probably where our car pace was. We didn't quite have the speed to run with the top guys, but yeah, he did an awesome job, and to come home top 5, but first time as a Red Bull driver, yeah, pretty impressive.
To throw him in at the end there with 2.5 or 3 stints to go, on for a podium at Bathurst, it's a silly amount of pressure. He maximised the car, and I think he should be really proud of P5 this weekend.
It's been a wild week and always so much to learn, but just working with Jamie and Shane and Garth, they've been awesome. Worked so hard for so long to get to this race, and it looked like it was all over in the first 15-20 seconds.
Should never take results for granted. I know the quality of pit lane, and I know how much it means for so many people. It requires the best people and the most committed team, and I truly believe that's Triple Eight.
It's been pretty special to have family and friends down here this weekend. When it's a day like this where you're down in the dumps sort of at the start and don't think it's going to be too good, it's awesome to have them here, and they follow me around the country and have supported me forever, so hopefully one day we got the big trophy here.
The whole family is just over the moon. Like, we put a hell of an effort in with this racing, and like to get a result like we got today is unbelievable.
New kid on the Broc. Yeah. There's your ending.
What are we going to do for episode 4?
Win it.
Hello, Brocky.
Hello.
Congratulations, Garth.
Thank you.
What a perfect race.
Oh, it was far from perfect.
That damn Waters, he took you out again.
No, he didn't.
Well, you went out in the dirt.
Yeah, I made a mistake.
All good. Okay, darling, I'll talk to you tomorrow. Give me a ring and let me know whether you want dinner or not.
No worries. See you tomorrow afternoon.